Ambrose is not a bishop. He's not even a priest. He's just a decent guy and a respected local official, a sort of governor with some judicial responsibilities. And he's an Orthodox Christian. But the church in Milan needs a new bishop, and there's this controversy over it. And so Ambrose shows up to give a little talk on the importance of peace and unity and choosing the next bishop in an orderly fashion. And some people get the idea, hey, that guy could be our bishop. That's the man for the job. And it starts with a kid. This child interrupts to say, Ambrose, bishop! And a bunch of people take this up as a cheer, as a chant. Ambrose, bishop! Ambrose, bishop! And the crowd selects Ambrose to be bishop. And he yields, he surrenders, and becomes the Bishop of Milan. Now we remember Ambrose mainly as a church father, but he's also something of a philosopher. For example, Cicero had written this nice book, De Officiis, on duties, in which he argues that the honorable and the beneficial are not in conflict, that what is right and what is useful are in harmony. While Ambrose took this idea and transplanted it into Christian soil, and he writes a book, De Officiis Ministrorum, on the duties of ministers, or on the duties of the clergy, in which he makes the same case, but does it in a different way. He argues that the honorable is never in conflict with the beneficial. The useful and the morally right are in harmony. But he makes it as a Christian argument. He makes it with Christian theology. He baptizes this book of Cicero by rewriting the same thesis in a Christian way. And this book opens up with Ambrose confessing his weaknesses and referring to this situation where he became bishop. He says, "For I was carried off from the judgment seat and the garb of office to enter on the priesthood, and began to teach you what I myself had not yet learned. So it happened that I began to teach before I began to learn. Therefore I must learn and teach at the same time." And then he proceeds to learn and teach at the same time as he rewrites this great work of moral philosophy from Cicero as a work of Christian, spiritual, and moral philosophy in a letter to the bishops in a letter to the ministers under his care. It's a beautiful book from a beautiful human being.